For the world, my tears were sapphires, but to me, they were nothing less than a curse. In this empire, people who shed blue tears were considered living treasures. Officials would capture them and force them to cry for the royal treasury for the rest of their lives. When the powerful man Arian began to suspect me, he had me thrown into a dungeon. He took his cruelty to the extreme and had tear powder thrown into my eyes, causing unbearable pain and irritation, but my eyes were like stone. I refused to cry in front of him. In the end, he had no choice but to release me, but he took everything away from me, my home, my job, and my identity. He thought poverty would break me and that I would eventually start crying blue tears. He expected me to beg on the streets, but instead I jumped straight into the freezing sea. Arian's guards thought I had given up and was about to drown, but I came back out carrying a rare golden armored turtle. I went to the market and set up a small shop. That very evening, using nothing but my gift of persuasion, I managed to sell that turtle to Arian himself for $2 million. That was my first victory. With the money, I bought an old boat and transformed it into a luxurious floating restaurant. But fate had something else in store for me. A Taoist priest named Wadi had been invited to perform a blessing ceremony. When I looked into his eyes, I saw the same blue mark that was in mine. We were both in the same boat, but our meeting turned Arian's suspicion into certainty. Arian assigned me to clean his palace so he could keep an eye on me. Soon, his mysterious lover arrived at the palace, making all the girls in the city who were obsessed with Arian furious. They surrounded my restaurant. My mind started racing. I told them, "Calm down, ladies. I'm not going there to clean. I'm going there to steal Arian's memories for all of you." I began collecting his discarded paintings, unfinished calligraphy, and even dirt from his room, selling them as sacred dust. The money started pouring in, but the happiness didn't last long. One evening, while I was enjoying the sound of my coins clinking together, Arian's soldiers showed up and took everything I had earned. The next day, I went to his palace to demand what was rightfully mine, but the guards shoved me out. The palace walls seemed to reach the sky. Then I noticed a secret passage behind me. I was just about to crawl through it when I suddenly came face to face with a hunting dog. My breath stopped, and standing behind the dog was Arian himself. There was no anger in his eyes. Instead, there was a strange glimmer in them.